monologue is based on an interview with a woman who had a good experience with a man. Is there a man in the audience who'd like to volunteer for a good experience with a woman in the
it's not politically correct. I mean, I know it should have happened in a bath with salt rains from the Dead Sea, and you're playing me loving my woman's self. I know the story. Vaginas are beautiful. Our self-hatred is only the internalized repression and hatred of the patriotic culture. It isn't real. Pussies unite. I know all of it. Like, if we had grown up in a culture where we were taught that fat thighs are beautiful, we'd all be lying on our backs, eating milkshakes, Krispy Kremes, spending our days thigh expanding. But we did not grow up in that culture. I hated my thighs. And I hated my vagina even more. I thought it was incredibly ugly. I was one of those women who had looked at it, and from that moment on, I wish I had it. It made me sick. I actually pitied anyone who had to go down there. So, in order to survive, I began to pretend that there was something else between my legs. I imagined furniture. Like cozy futons, with little velvet settees, leopard rugs, or even pretty things. Silk handkerchiefs, quilted pot holders, or place settings. I got so accustomed to this that whenever a man was inside of me, I pictured him inside a mink line muffler, or a Chinese bowl. But then, I met Bob. Actually, the most ordinary man I had ever met. He was big and tall, and he wore sweatpants and a sweatshirt. He did not like spicy foods or listen to friends sing. He had no interest in my sexy lingerie. In the summer, he spent his time in the sheep. He did not share his inner feelings. He wasn't very funny, or articulate, or mysterious. But he did not have any problems or issues. He wasn't even an alcoholic. He wasn't mean or unavailable. He wasn't self-involved, and he wasn't charismatic. He'd drive fast. I actually didn't really like Bob. I would have missed him altogether if he hadn't picked up my change I dropped from the deli floor one day. When he handed me back my quarter penny and his hand accidentally touched mine. Something happened. I went to bed with him. It turned out that Bob loved vaginas. Right here, I waved, right here. Then he began to undress me. Oh no, what are you doing, Bob? I have to see you, he replied. But you can just do it. No, I have to see what you look like. But Bob, you've seen a red leather couch before. Bob continued. He would not stop. I wanted to throw up and die. Oh, Bob, this is awfully intimate. Can't you just do it? No, I have to look. So Bob continued. I held my breath. He looked and he looked. He got breathy and his face changed. He didn't look ordinary anymore. No, he looked like a hungry beast. You're so beautiful, he said. You're elegant, deep, wild, and innocent. Oh, you saw all that there? It was like he had read my palm. I saw that, he said, and much, much more. He stayed looking for almost an hour, as if he were studying a map, observing the moon, staring into my eyes, but it was my vagina. In the light, I could see him looking at me, and he was so genuinely excited, so peaceful and euphoric that, well, I began to get wet and turned on. I began to feel beautiful, like a great painting or a waterfall. I began to swell, began to feel proud. I began to love my vagina. And Bob, well, he was there with me, in my vagina,